From the streets of Lagos to the world stage he turned Afrobeats into a global phenomenon. With chart-topping hits, record-breaking tour, and a lifestyle most can only dream of. This is the untold story of Davido, the man who became the king of Afrobeats. But behind the fame, private jets, and platinum records lies a journey filled with triumph, tragedy, and a relentless will to win. This is his story, from his roots to the riches. Davido Adedijiadalik was born on November 21, 1992, in Atlanta, Georgia. But his story truly began in Lagos, Nigeria. The son of Dr. Adedijiadalik, a wealthy businessman, and Veronica Adalik, a university lecturer, Davido grew up surrounded by privilege. But he was never content to live in his father's shadow. He attended the prestigious British International School in Lagos before moving back to the US for college. But instead of studying business or law like many expected, Davido was drawn to something else entirely: music. Inspired by the booming Afrobeat scene and American hip-hop, he began experimenting with beats in his college dorm room. It wasn't long before he decided to drop out of Oakwood University to chase his dream, a move that shocked his family but set him on the path to stardom. In 2011, a 19-year-old Davido burst onto Nigeria's music scene with a fresh sound that blended Afrobeats, hip-hop, and pop. His debut single "Back When" featuring Nigerian rapper Nido C turned heads. But it was his follow-up track "Davido" that truly made him a household name. The song was more than just a hit, it was an anthem. Across Nigeria and beyond, people couldn't stop singing its catchy hook. In a music industry dominated by a few major stars, Davido had arrived as the bold new voice ready to take the crown. In 2012, Davido released his debut album, Omo Baba Olowo, meaning son of a rich man, a cheeky nod to his privileged background. The album spawned multiple hit singles and earned him the prestigious Next Rated award at the Headies, cementing his status as Nigeria's fastest rising star. By the mid-2010s, Davido was no longer just Nigeria's golden boy, he was becoming an international superstar. His collaborations with global acts like Meek Mill on Fans Me and Young Thug pushed Afrobeats onto the global stage. In 2016, Davido signed a major deal with Sony Music, a move that positioned him for worldwide exposure. But instead of chasing American trends, he doubled down on his African roots. The result? A streak of massive hits like If Fall and FIA that dominated charts from Lagos to London. Fall went on to become one of the longest charting Nigerian songs in US Billboard history, racking up hundreds of millions of streams. By 2019, Davido was performing sold-out concerts in arenas across America, Europe, and Africa. Afrobeats was now a global phenomenon, and Davido was one of its loudest ambassadors, bringing African music to the world while proudly flying the Nigerian flag. Davido's trophy cabinet tells its own story, a career marked by relentless success. From winning the BET Award for Best International Act to multiple MTV Africa Music Awards, he's one of the most decorated African artists of his generation. In 2018, his win at the BET Awards was especially historic, not just for him, but for Afrobeats as a genre. Standing on that stage in Los Angeles, he urged the world to come to Africa and enjoy our music. But Davido isn't just about the music. He's a savvy businessman. As the founder of Davido Music Worldwide, DMW, he has signed and nurtured talents like Mayorkan, Dremo, and Peruzzi, helping shape the next wave of Nigerian music. His endorsement deals with brands like Infinix, Pepsi, and Puma add millions to his net worth, while his investments in real estate and other ventures secure his place as a music mogul. Awards, business, and influence. Davido has built more than a career. He's built a legacy. Behind the flashing lights and sold-out shows lies a man who's faced his share of challenges. Davido was born David Adedijiadalik into one of Nigeria's wealthiest families, but his path was far from effortless. Balancing the expectations of a wealthy family with his passion for music wasn't easy. His father initially wanted him to focus on education, not music, but Davido's determination eventually earned his father's respect. In his personal life, Davido has been open about his relationships, fatherhood, and the joy and heartbreak they've brought. He's a proud father of several children, each a central part of his life. Tragedy struck in 2022 with the loss of his young son, Ifeanyi. The news sent shockwaves through the music industry, and Davido stepped away from the spotlight to grieve and heal. His return months later was a testament to his resilience and love for his fans. Through public scrutiny, online controversies, and personal pain, Davido has remained authentic, a man unafraid to share both his triumphs and struggles with the world. From Lagos to London, from Atlanta to Johannesburg, Davido's voice has become a global soundtrack for a generation. He is more than just a musician, he's an ambassador for Afrobeats, a bridge connecting Africa's rich sounds to the global stage. Through his music, Davido has inspired a new wave of African artists to dream bigger, to see the world as their stage. But for Davido, the journey is far from over. With every new album, every sold-out show, and every hit single, he's cementing a legacy that will echo far beyond his lifetime. As he often says, we rise by lifting others, and in lifting others, Davido continues to rise, turning his name into a timeless story of music, passion, and the unshakable spirit of Africa. This is Davido.